Hey, how y'all doing? No, I'm just kidding. Hey y'all, it's Kirsten. I am back with another video. A long time no see. I know I have been gone for like literally a month now, actually, by the time this is posted. And I am so sorry. I've been off the grid. But I've come back with a video I feel like is going to resonate with so many people and anybody who is in a transitional phase in life and they're just kind of going with the flow, but like also not really flowing, but just trying to let it go and going with the flow. This video is for you right here. And I'm telling you, the purpose of this video is that I want y'all to get so much from this video. I want y'all to learn from my mistakes so y'all don't spend a month in a slump like I did last month, a few days ago. So that's the point of today's video. I don't really want to talk about myself too much. I really don't. I want this to be so educational that you walk away knowing what to do and knowing how to get out of this and knowing how you can make your life better from this. And not letting this consume your whole entire life and your mind 24/7, because that's exactly what I did for a whole entire month. I let my thoughts be consumed, and here I am, a month later. So, hey guys, let's get into this video. Y'all who don't know, my name is Kirsten Ange'l, and I make lifestyle, fitness content, all of that fun stuff, but we are about to do a little sit-down talk. I just got some shit to share, okay? I've learned a lot. This past month. It's been very transformative, so here I am to share all of my tidbits. So if you are going through a transitional phase in your life, whether that's ending school, starting a new job, moving to a new city, leaving a relationship, literally anything that's changing in your life, and you're just kind of like in the in-between, like I really don't know what's going on, we're about to talk real quick. So come on, sit down, buckle up, and let's talk. So we're going to start off with one of the main things that I've learned about transitions just in general. Hey Siri, what's the definition of a transition? The definition of transition is the process or period of a changing from one state or condition to another. So literally any life change that you're going through, that is considered a transition, big or small. We're talking about it all, okay? And whenever you think about your life as a whole and you think about goals and what you really want out of this life and, what you feel like is your purpose, it's always like, oh, whenever I get to this, like I'm going to be living in my purpose. I'm going to be so happy. Life is going to be great. Everything's going to be amazing. But we always skip over the in-between part. We go, I want to be from here and I want to get here and that's it. But it's like, what about all the middle? What about all the things you're going to have to go through, all the life lessons you're going to have to go through to get to where you want to be? And I feel like that is a big part of this transitional phase and why it hits us so hard. Because it's like, damn, like I didn't expect it to hit me like this. I just want to go there, but I didn't realize I had to go through all this to get there. And one of the things that I've learned is that you just have to roll with the punches. You have to be okay and you just have to go with it. If you try and sit here and control your life, scene by scene, story by story, person by person, you will not be happy. You're going to be trying to constantly just grab hold of something so it can stay still. But the truth is, life is moving. Things are ever evolving. People are changing. Everything's changing all the time. And so being able to just roll with the punches and to be able to go through adversity and to be able to just push forward no matter the circumstance is really what's going to get you through these phases in life. We are young, even if you're old, we are young. We are in our 20s and we are just, even if you're not in your 20s, we're in our early teenage adult years. Like I'm a baby adult, okay? I'm 22, so I'm only 2 years old technically. And if you're 18 and under, honey, you're still months old. So if you think about it like that, we are really all out here fresh, just winging it, trying to figure out our next steps. And that's okay. We don't have to have it all figured out. We're not forced to get married at 20 and have babies at 21 and 22 and live our life and settle down and have this career at 23. Like, it's okay if that's not your path, because that's definitely not my path. And I thought for the longest that would be my path. I thought I was going to have kids at the ripe age of 23. And now that I am now 22, that couldn't be that would be my worst nightmare. I mean, I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I love kids. I was always a nanny in college. But the idea of me having my own just isn't something that excites me anymore like it did whenever I was younger and I thought this was my path. And so now that I'm older and I'm seeing all these possibilities, and I feel like social media has really helped us and also hurt us in a way, because we see everybody living their life and the possibility, and it's like, dang, like we could do whatever we want. But then it's also like, dang, we could do whatever we want. And it's like, what do I want to do? What path do I want to take? Who do I want to be? And that's where we get all tripped up at. That's when we start overthinking and just like getting caught up in our head, because it's like, what do we want to be? Where do we want to go? And then it's like, I'm not getting there fast enough. So-and-so did it. Why am I not doing it? And then the positive side of social media is that we're exposed to so many different lives, experiences, opportunities that we would have never known existed if we didn't have social media to see that so-and-so down the block or so-and-so in 5 states over has this amazing opportunity. And like, that's something I would be interested in. Like, I would not mind doing that for the rest of my life as my career. Like, I'm interested. And so social media, it's a give and take situation. That leads me into our next topic, comparison. Comparison. We are in our 20s. We are young. We are figuring it out. 9 times out of 10, the people you grew up with, they are doing something completely different than what you're doing. Some people are still going down the same path, and that's some people. Other people, they're not. They're not even close to where you're at. They're not even doing what you're doing. Like they just don't. They're not in the same path as you. So why are you comparing your life to somebody who is doing something completely different than you, who doesn't have the same goals as you, who isn't going to the same place you're going? Why would you compare your life to theirs? And I feel like in transitions, especially whenever we're young and like we're making these moves to make our life better, it's almost like, damn, I am losing out. I'm missing out. I'm not doing enough. Like I don't feel like I'm doing what I need to do because I'm looking at everybody else's life and they're doing this and I'm doing this, and I just don't feel adequate enough. But honestly, that isn't the truth. We are not going to the same place. So why would I be doing the same thing as everybody else if I don't want to go the same place as everybody else? And so in your 20s, you just really have to let go of comparison. That your time is coming and it may not be now, and that is okay. Because you are ultimately building and moving and positioning yourself to be in the best position possible, so that way you can eventually do that. So that way you can just do whatever you need to do. Comparison honestly is the thief of joy. Enjoy what you're doing right now. Enjoy your life right now, because everybody is moving at their own pace. Everybody has different things going for themselves. And the moment you understand that, and like you really understand that, like, yeah, we're not the same. Yeah, we don't have the same goals. So it's okay. Then you'll really learn to just be okay. And I know if you're watching this video, then you're somebody who has big goals and big dreams for themselves. And that's that. And sometimes that comes with sacrifices. Sometimes that comes with confusion just a little bit, or maybe even you being a little bit scared or hesitant to take the next step. But that is okay. We are in our 20s. We are figuring shit out so that way we can live the best life possible. The thing is, make these sacrifices early on and take these chances early on. And so that whenever you're older, you're like, oh yeah, I did this and the third. I did everything I wanted to do. I went to school and got exactly what I wanted to get. I missed out on a few things, but I definitely made up for it whenever I graduated, or whenever I moved to the new city, or whenever I left that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for your future self. And that's what transitions are all about. It's about building to your future self, whether that's a good all transitions I feel like are good. I don't feel like there's a bad transition at all. Because ultimately, everything's working for your good and things are happening in your life for a reason. And it's up to you to really dive into that and see why it's happening and learn from that to move forward. If you look at things happening and be like, oh my gosh, my life is going so downhill. Things are so bad. Everything's terrible. Well, I mean, that's going to be your reality. Like, what do you expect? If like that's all you're thinking about, that's all you're going to see. But if you sit down and reposition your mindset around it, and you look at it as a chance, an opportunity, a chance basically to just be better and do better, or do something different, or just push toward your dreams and your goals rather than just sitting down. I actually heard the story the other day. Well, not really this story, but I've heard people say this before. Actually, I think it was a story, to be honest. I think it was a story. Somebody got fired from their job. They were very comfortable in it. They were making good money. They lived life. Like, they were comfortable. They had a nice little routine going on. And that's what they were doing. They got fired one day randomly out the blue. And guess what that pushed them to do? That pushed them to start the business that they've always wanted to do. But they had gotten so comfortable with this job that they were just willing to settle and be okay with that the rest of their life. But because they got fired, they were forced to pursue that dream that they've always had. They're 10 times more successful, making so much more money than if they would have stayed in this other job that they were just settling for instead of chasing after their dream, which they're more successful in. So everything happens for a reason. Even if you can't see it right away, trust me, it's all happening. Like everything's happening for a reason, okay? I can promise you that part. There are plenty of times that I wanted things to work out a certain way, and they didn't. And now I'm sitting here like, okay, God, you were right. God, like you had a plan this whole entire time. And it's really just about trusting him and just going with the flow. Like I said, go with the flow in your 20s. That's what it's about. Like, just keep moving. If you try and stop the flow, baby, then you're clogging up the river. Like, you're not going to move. You're going to be stagnant. You're going to feel all this resistance. But if you just go with the flow, like, y'all know how like a river is. If you stand in the middle of a flowing river, the water's going to hit you and go around you, but you're stuck. Like, you're standing there. But if you put your feet up and go with the flow, the water's flowing with you. Everything's flowing with you. Things are happening. You're moving forward. So go with the flow, you guys. And then lastly, it is okay to not know everything right now. It is okay to be a tad bit confused about your career, your direction, what you have going on. That is okay. You do not need to have it all figured out in your 20s. I always get the question, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Honey, I don't know what I want to do. Okay? Well, I mean, like, I know what I want to do, but it's not what they're expecting me to say, okay? Because I'm going to school, I'm getting my degrees, I'm doing all this, but like, do I actually want to use them? That's the real question. But the thing is, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to not know. Ultimately, as long as you're still moving forward and gaining life experiences, you're going to figure it out. Things are going to happen. But whenever you start staying still and you just kind of sit in that confusion, then I mean, you're just going to be confused, babe. Like, get out there, try new things, meet new people, network, all that, and you will find your path. I'm telling you right now. So it is okay to not know. And I'm telling you, it's so common for people to not know in their 20s. We're all just kind of like faking it until we make it, okay? We're doing our best out here. And lastly, not being afraid of the judgment of others. Okay, that has been a big one for me, okay? It's about doing things because you want to do them, not because your mom, not because your friends, not because of people in your community. Like, doing things because you want to do them and not caring what anybody else thinks. If it makes you happy, and I mean, obviously you're being safe and you're not being stupid, then go ahead and do it. Like, if it's something that you really, really, really want to do it, because ultimately this is your life. You're living this life for the first time, and so is everybody else around you. And let's say you want to move cross country, okay, for example, and you're old enough to do so, okay? Let's say you want to move cross country. You've thought it out. You have a plan. You're like, oh, I really want this. This could work for me. And your parents are in your ear and they're like, no, you're not doing it. Immediately, no. Like, you're not old enough. It's not safe. It's not whatever. Definitely take it into consideration what they're saying. But at the end of the day, this is your life. And if your parents have never left home and went across the country at whatever age you are, then they have no experience in it. Like, yeah, they can give you some advice. Yeah, they can give you some direction, and definitely be open to that. But at the end of the day, if they've never done it before, they're not going to see it the way that you're seeing it, because this is your dream and your path that God put on your heart for a reason. You see where I'm getting at all the yours? This is all for you. This is not for your mom. This is not for your friend. This is not for your boyfriend. Let me say that again. This is not for your boyfriend. Okay, so if you want to move across the country and let's say your boyfriend, whatever, doesn't want to go, I'll FaceTime you, love. This is my dream. This is what I've always wanted. You can come visit. I'll be back. And I mean, it's your life. Like, it's literally your life. If that's something you want to do it. But if you want to stay at home with your boyfriend, also do it. No judgment. Go right ahead. But don't let anybody hold you back from following your dreams, okay? Your dreams, your life, your path, your decisions. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with these decisions, and you have to be okay knowing that you made this decision and that's it. Like, you chose this for yourself. Not your mom, not your dad. You chose to listen to them, but you made the ultimate decision. So yeah, that's my little tidbit about transitions. I got a little excited talking, so I was probably talking fast, but I feel like I listen to videos fast because that's how I get all the information in. Okay. This is also going on Spotify as well as my podcast. So y'all go and like check that out because I'm probably going to do like different episodes whenever I get everything up and running and I start vlogging again. We definitely will. Anyways, yeah, I feel like that is it. Ultimately, if you're young, you're in your 20s, it is okay. I'm telling y'all, we have so many more life experiences, so many more things to experience, so many more people to meet, just so much more happening. And like, you don't even know what's going to happen in your life. Like, what can happen a month from now can be something you've never expected for yourself, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's wonderful, and it just kind of completes you. Like, you just never know what can happen. So be patient with yourself. Like, just go with the flow because ultimately your life is happening as long as you're being proactive, as long as you're moving forward, as long as you're not staying stagnant. Everything's going to work out the way that it should. If you're going through a transition and you're a little bit scared right now, trust me, I was scared for a whole entire month, but hopefully this saves y'all some time. 30 days to be exact. And y'all are able to take some stuff away from this and to learn, grow, move forward, and just be absolutely amazing, okay? I want to thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I am so excited to be back on my YouTube grind now that I'm out of my head and I'm fully back. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow along for more because this is literally only the beginning, babes. Bye, vlog.